At some point you decide, we will go through IVF.
Yeah.
Did you instantly say, I know my sister? I mean, how does that come up?
Well, so no, not at all. I mean, we started off with just like every other couple that needs to do IVF, and we don't have a uterus, we don't have an egg, so we're starting, from nothing. But we started looking at egg donor sites, and we just, no offense to those that do egg donor sites, but for us, we didn't know how to navigate that.
And it's expensive.
It's very expensive.
And how do you choose?
Yeah, and how do you choose, and how do you make those decisions? And so while we were having the discussion, we were having brunch, and his sister right off the bat just said, I would love to donate my eggs.
So to clarify here, it's Elliot's sister's egg. Your sperm was used in fertilizing her egg. That's her
my
taking her
sister,
IVF.
yeah.
All right, I was going to say, wait a minute. I thought they were going to show the whole process. I'm like, what video is this? I went through IVF, and for your sister to do this for you, it is no easy road. The shots, the progesterone. I could start crying right now because it was one of the most difficult things I've ever experienced in my life. I actually got to the point where I said, we won't do it again, and then we got Moses. Your sister decided to do this, but then how did you end up with your mother carrying?
Yeah, so that's the part that threw us for a loop as well.
That's what I said.
We also needed a graph, but no, we certainly didn't go into the IVF clinic saying, we have this idea. It just, we were really enthusiastic about his sister donating eggs for a number of reasons, and so that there was no hesitation at all. But then when we were exploring our options for the gestational surrogacy, my mom just kind of blurted out over family dinner once, well, I mean, you can talk to her in a bit, but she said, I'd love to do it. And we kind of laughed it off. We thought...
Because she's, at the time, was 60...
She's 60 years old, yeah, postmenopausal. And so we thought it was a kind gesture, but we certainly didn't take it serious. And so...
And your sister... I'm sorry to interrupt, but just for clarity, your sister did not want to carry.
So she was in the middle of building her family, and we just didn't want to put her at risk to maybe interrupt or prevent that from happening. So we wanted her eggs, but we didn't want to have any, just in case something happened, have her not be able to continue to build her family.
So you consult with doctors, I assume?
The consultation, that's kind of what happened, is she was having us explore our options, and I just said off the cuff, well, my mom volunteers, and it really was a joke, and she didn't laugh. And she said, well, an odd question to answer, but does she have a uterus? I said, yes. And she said, is she healthy? And I said, very. And so she said, why don't you just have her come in and we'll do a series of tests. And so they did a number of tests to check for her health. And each one that went along, we kept thinking, surely this is not going to be how the story is written, right? But each test, she continued to pass with flying colors.